Just wanted to say that this video would not be possible without the homie J-Touch, so please check out his YouTube channel. So we're gonna go and follow this order right here. We're gonna start with Trapper. For those of you who saw the last game, he is going into the D tier. He's going into the D tier because he is probably one of the most counterable killers out there right now. He is so fucking bad. You can just like, so we're ranking this without like add-ons. Like you can just disarm his traps and you have literally just countered his power. So he has like strong add-ons to help him a lot. He's definitely add-on dependent, but other than that, he's very counterable. He's basically just the M1 killer. If you're like playing against some really sweaty survivors, you may experience that they will never step in your trap unless they get too cocky. And then there is a Wraith, and then we have a Wraith where I feel like he's deserving a B tier because he can definitely do some shit with his fucking power right now. His power has become very much stronger, and I feel like you guys could agree on that. Like he is, like he just suddenly, it was at one point where he was like a little bit ridiculous in some situations. Where if you know how his mechanics work, and his add-ons can make him also very powerful, but without them he's also very strong right now. He can like travel through the map very fast, has good map control. He used to be very bad before, I remember. When I started playing he was so, oh my god, how that was a bad time for him. But over to Billy. So here's the thing, I feel like he's somewhere around between B and C, because remember, he has the potential to one-shot always, you know? He has the one-shot potential always with him. You can't flick with him like you can do with Blight when you come in with full speed, and only too. But like, here's the thing though, because Billy has been around for a very, very long time though. So the thing that kind of makes him look like a god is that a lot of people have mastered him. I remember hearing that he was like one of the first killers that people would like master and get like to a high skill ceiling, and he would be so fucking busted. I don't feel like overheat is that big of a problem, to be honest. So I have no arguments against that. Of what I have seen, I feel like because of his skill ceiling, he deserves a B tier. Yeah, you gotta be honest, he has been nerfed pretty hard. I feel like he is B tier, like over Wraith. But I'm just gonna say B tier. Around there, that's where I think he should be. And then we have S tier or Nurse, which is a D tier. Her bullyings do nothing. I'm kidding, she's literally S tier. She's the best killer ever there. I don't think there will be any killer that will be better than her. I don't even think that Blight will ever get to her top. Nurse literally just breaks the entire point of the game, which is looping. Like, you have to play so naked against her. You can like, sometimes you have to like go in the open and just W key. If you guys watched Otsdarva when he's talking about Nurse, he literally sounds scared of what the behavior is ever going to do something about her and make her stronger. He's like, yo, this is a god, we're not gonna mess with her. Retribution, perfect example. Yeah, perks that give map awareness and like info and aura readings and stuff would be so broken on her, but it would be so nice on other killers and make them more viable. And then we have Myers. If you're new to the game, you'll probably like put him S tier. If you are new to the game and he literally tombstones you, you're probably gonna do this. You're probably gonna do this. You're gonna add a row above and you're gonna make stupidly broken. And you're just gonna put him up here. But once you start playing, he literally just goes boom, 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 and boom. He literally sinks so hard when you're actually starting to learn how to play the game. But at the start against new players, he can be a nightmare. Against like new players, he's definitely like S tier if you know how to play him. But like, we're thinking about like the general community and really good players, and he is definitely D tier. He's very counterable. His power is very boring, very outdated. You can counter it pretty easy. He just stalks you, he stares at you the entire time. Like, when you compare him to other killers, he's definitely on the weak side. But I feel like you should get his power somehow reworked. Like, just don't give him busted add-ons. Just do something about his power, you know? And then we have Hag. Now, she's very controversial, because she can be very countered by a survivor with friends if they just give out information all the time. But other than that, she is so damn nasty if you're good with her. I feel like she's at like A tier. I feel like that's a perfect place to put her. Yeah, Hag is A tier. She can place traps and teleport to them almost instantly. One trap can almost complete completely disarm loops. She can camp hooks without camping the hook. Exactly. But the traps can be countered with flashlight and crouching. Like not everyone is running flashlight all the time, but you can crouch over them. I feel she's just like on the strong side of A tier, you know, like A+. Played very well, she can be a beast, but like a lot of people that play her are not like the best. And then we have Doctor, which I think is somewhere, I think is C tier. Because you can play around his power, but he will eventually close down loops. I feel like he's fitting more for C tier because again, he doesn't have that very good of a map controller. He can find survivors easily though with his power, but that's it. Like he doesn't have extreme gen control. He has some gen pressure though, but he just doesn't have enough of his power, you know. But you can't really buff him because then he would be way too annoying and people would literally quit the game because he's already a kind of annoying killer. But like closing down loops just takes way too long. If you can play around him, then you can literally gen rush this guy. But the fact that he has some like gen pressure with his power and can make people go mad, it buffs him up to C. I feel like he's C tier. But survivors can play around it, like they will know like, okay, so Doctor is probably gonna shock me there because that's the only possible way he will close this loop. So sometimes the survivors find a way around it, you know. But like extremely good people that actually put a lot of hours into Doctor, they can make him look like B tier, I gotta be honest. And then we have Huntress, which I'm gonna put A tier here. I feel like that's a very good place for her. I feel like Huntress will always be A tier. She will never be busted like Nurse, but she will always be very good if you know how to play her. I don't feel like it's a good enough argument to say that she can literally throw a hatchet across the map and hit someone, because that never happens. She has so much pressure with the hatchets. Like in chase though, she can close chases so fast if you're good. And you can, so here's the thing, you can snipe people. Just not from across the map, but like you can basically hit someone when they're like a lot of meters from you, you know? But she has a high skill ceiling too, so yeah, A tier for Huntress. And the Bubba is somewhere, it's very complicated. He has like easy one-shot, way more easy one-shot potential than Billy himself. Because here's the thing, he can like get away with getting down survivors extremely fast, which I think why he's probably more lean to A tier. He's definitely underrated because people just think Bubba is for camping, but he can be used very nasty. He breaks pallets fast, camps easily, he can use chainsaw for mobility if you need. You usually don't use it for mobility most of the time, I feel like. He has some add-ons that helps him out as well. I just A tier, very low A tier. I feel like that's perfect. And now we have Freddy, which, oh, I got to be honest right now, I feel like he is extremely low C tier. I feel like Freddy, I don't know if it's very controversial because he has been nerfed to the fucking ground, but I feel like when I play against Freddy's right now, I would say mid C tier. I would say like between mid and low C tier, like there. Because right now he has nothing to go for him except like traveling across the map with his power. That's like the only thing. Like his anti-loop isn't even that strong anymore, to be honest. Like I can usually play around it, and I'm fucking terrible at Survivor, to be honest. I just feel like there is nothing to go for this killer anymore, and he's so boring to play against too. He can't like teleport as much as he did. I just feel like he can still be played around because he doesn't have very much in loop, because his anti-loop is you can just get away from it. I just feel like he belongs here right now. And then we have Pig, which I have to be extremely honest and say that she is down here. But the problem is that Pig has very nice slowdown if she's lucky. That's the point of her. She is so god fucking damn RNG. It's not even funny. Like, holy moly. Pig is the most RNG based killer right now. Her power is literally you just place a trap on someone's head and you hope that one of the traps will like unlock the trap from your head. I feel like she's high D tier because when she has the slowdown, she can be brutal. But like, it's RNG. I hate her RNG. I just wish there was like that you had to go through like maybe 2 traps or something. So she's like in the middle of the road or something. And then we have Clown, which I think is right. I would personally say that he is right. He literally just becomes the M1 killer, and you have to like when you learn how to play around his power, bro, like he can't really do nothing, and his like speed power doesn't do shit for him. When I play him, I never use it because I have to like save up for my other one. So there's like the speed bottles and the slow bottles. So we'll just call it that. It has a different name, but so the slow bottles, you literally have to save them so you can actually get a hit. He can just be played around so goddamn hard. I know I usually say that right now, that oh, they could just be played around so hard, but like it's really hard to explain unless you actually see how terrible he is. I love playing Clown. I think he's super fun. When I started playing this game, I always felt like Clown should just be on top here, like should be extremely good. He resembles the game so good too. Like, bro, look at his visuals, look at the design of the man. He has so many skins too, like oh my god. It's the same with Doctor. It takes so long to close down loop. Some people say that he can do it extremely fast, but then you have to be extremely good and have to meet someone that is very like not so good, if you know what I mean. I just feel like he's perfect down there. He should definitely be fucking buffed. He should have 5 of each of like both bottles. That would give him more mobility, and that would make him better. And then we have probably the most controversial pick, but I'm gonna take Spirit. I'm gonna do the most controversial thing ever and put her low A tier. I don't think she is as good as she was before. I have no idea why people still think she's so. I have met like spirits that are like tier 3. I know that I have like 3k hours, like are super good, but like when you can hear that they are coming when she's coming closer with her power, she is so easy to play around. You just have to be the most unpredictable person ever. You just have to like be a place where like she would never look. I just feel, but she still is strong though. She's still strong. You can do nice predictions with her power. And when you go into the spirit world, the lunge you get after that, I would still say like she is strong. I really just feel like she isn't as strong as she used to be. Here's the thing: once you go Iron Will, she can't even hear you. And if you go Lucky Break too, and you get hit, like bro, how is she going to find you? You just have to like start walking around a little bit. I still think she's strong, but I don't feel like she's as strong as she used to be. And then we have Legion, which I am going to put at the bottom, which is obviously really terrible killer. She is the worst one right now, because again, I've said that before in my stream, you go Plague instead. She does what Legion does, but way better. The fact that he is literally just trying to hurt everyone and then he has to like play normally, bro, he can, oh my god. And Legion is definitely D tier. Like his power is so bad. So just to explain it, like he goes into frenzy mode and he has to hit survivors, but you can't kill anyone. So in frenzy mode you literally just run faster, and if you like miss a hit, you literally get like slowed, you get literally stunned for like 4 or 5 seconds or something. So you can literally just jump in a locker. He's basically like, he's a normal killer, you know. He has to like chase you normally to like actually end chase, you know. And if you're really strong in chase, then holy moly, this guy is gonna have a bad time. Then we have Plague, which I think is in just under Spirit. Here's the thing: I've been playing her a lot. When I got her, I played her a lot, and I've realized that a lot of people, what her weakness is that when people don't cleanse from the vomit, like they're just one shot. But I feel like it still sets some kind of pressure. Again, this is without add-ons, but she's definitely A tier with add-ons, because she can get a devotion pool anyways. If you just puke on people and they're gonna be one shot all the time and they're not gonna ever get to heal, and if they like have to heal, they can. So the thing about Legion is that you don't usually heal against him, but sometimes you do, and that makes it harder for him to like get you in chases when you have 2 health states, you know, when you're fully health. With Plague, you get like punished for healing yourself, you know. To be honest, I'm gonna put her Rave, I'm gonna put her there. Then we have Ghostface, which I think he's definitely, he is the most counterable of them all. I'm gonna say Ghosty in C. He is definitely between high D and C. We're gonna put him in C because he has a high skill ceiling. If you know how to use his power and stalk people and just instantly like 99 your stalker stuff, I feel like that makes him like, okay, he can get C tier, you know. Other than that, I generally feel like he isn't very much powerful. He can be you can just gen rush this guy and he will only be able to get like 1 kill. You always usually get us down at the start, but after that it's very hard to like, yeah, and you can crouch at loops. Yeah, that also makes him very strong, but like he's like an M1 killer, but he has crouch, so he has a little bit of a more advantage. But he can be easily gen rushed and you can escape easily from it. He usually just gets like 1 kill. And then we have our boy Demogorgon, which I think is definitely, I think he deserves to be right here. You have a lot of pressure with your portals, and then they have to use a lot of time getting them away. And you have the shred attack, which you can play around. A really good Demogorgon. I've seen some very good Demogorgon players, and they can play around with their shred and like bait out dead hard. And so I feel like his shred attacks makes him between here. I don't think he's as counterable as some people say he is. I just feel like the pressure with the portals and the shred attack, he's very balanced because he has counterplay and he can traverse the map really fast. Now we are going over to the Oni, and to all honesty, I feel like he is, wait, let me get it, Oni A tier. I feel like he's top A tier. He's maybe behind Hag. Because the one thing that makes Oni so goddamn strong is his fucking skill ceiling. The only counter he has is early game. Because early game, if he doesn't get any hits at the start and he doesn't get his power, then it's gonna be very bad for him. But he can snowball so easy. I feel like he is, even though he's super strong, he is one of the funnest killers ever to fucking play. I always am happy to meet he's the one killer I never meet. I have only, like the past month, I have met this killer 2 times. I'm not exaggerating. 2 times, like in the span of a month, I have met him. I don't understand why not a lot of people go in, because on my streams, I usually play 1 game at least with him every single time. He is so much fun. So what you can do when you get your power and you can start one-shotting people, like, you can just flick so hard around. It's kind of like Blight, except that he one-shots instead, you know? So he has a high skill ceiling, so very good Oni players will demolish a team. And if they do bad at the start, they can always snowball at the end. Then we have Deathslinger, which is going to be right at C tier. He's going to be here. I feel like that's good enough. Deathslinger is, as Oni, one of the funner killers to play, but he uses so long to cancel loops right now. Like right now he's at his worst state because he got nerfed to the ground. He can't like be sneaky anymore. He got his terror radius increased. He can't use monitor and abuse to cover up that anymore. Yeah, the nerf ruined him extremely badly. I don't say it didn't ruin his, or a little bit, it ruined his viability to be extremely good against good killers, but you can still pull off some amazing plays against like mid-skilled player. But he's not as strong in chase as he was before, and that's the one thing about him. He's very good in chase, but other than that, there's nothing much to it. And then we have Pyramid Head, which I am very skeptical to, but I really feel like he is between Huntress and Bubba. But the thing about Pyramid Head is that the pressure he can set is extremely hard. He is a very hard killer to play. His power requires a lot of time, and you have to put a lot of time into him. He has such a high skill ceiling, and the fact that you can send people in cages and have like just get rid of people so fast in some situations is so nice. The fact that you can just end off some people, you can literally kill people at the end. He has his own fucking Mori. Like, you don't have to run Mori, you have one. That makes him so much of a faster killer, you know? He gets his shit done fast. And once you learn how to use his power, which is Rise of Judgment, yes, then there's Blight, which is obviously gonna go in that tier. Blight has also an extremely high skill ceiling, but his map mobility literally just makes him a god. He is definitely right behind Nurse. He's not better than Nurse, but he's definitely right behind. And a lot of people would put Spirit between, but I don't think so anymore. I feel like Blight is way better than Spirit right now. You just have to be very good with his flicks. He is very strong, everybody knows that. He has insane map mobility, he is insane in loops if you know how to play him and if you can actually like juke where you're supposed to like go. So in most situations he is just outscaling the survivor basically, and a lot of the times they can't do anything about it. Clown is broken, put him in S tier. You know what? We'll do this. We'll add a row above. We'll do this and we'll put on pink and then we'll just say Clown, and we'll just literally put him up here because he's a god. Twins A tier. Twins is I feel like she's right here. I don't think you are probably gonna agree with me. The fact that you have to camp with her is so goddamn fucking boring. I usually don't play against. I feel like meeting a good like Twins player is rarer than she's literally if you find someone that is good with her, then that's like there's a less chance of that than winning the lottery. I swear to God, a lot of people just run around with Victor. I feel like she is up here because of camping. Twins is not bad, okay? It was proven by Dowsey himself. She is extremely good. Not extremely good, but she is very good. Now we have come to the killers that are extremely good in chase. These are the last 3 killers. And Trickster, he is definitely high C tier. I don't think he's B tier material. A lot of people say that he's overpowered like in chase and like he has no counterplay. If you just run a loop like and hug the wall, you can actually counter him. Like serious to God, it's not that extremely hard. I have never like met a Trickster that can actually like super counter me, and I have nothing to do against him. I feel like I always have some way to dodge his knives, but I think I haven't met like the super good Tricksters. But who the fuck puts their time into this guy? He is actually very fun to play, but he's just good in chase, that's all. But then we have like these 2 killers right here, which has more than just chase, okay? So they're definitely going up to B tier. Like Nemesis is right here, I would say. Nemesis is so goddamn fucking boring to play against because he is so broken in fucking chase. Like when you play against him, you literally feel like Thanos is about to snap his fucking fingers and like get rid of half of your family. Like I swear to God, this guy is... Oh, the fact that he can like affect you with whatever disease he has and literally makes you like vulnerable to his whip is very good, and that's why it kind of puts him like here. Just don't go across them. If you're playing against this guy, don't go across the map just to get a vaccine. And then we have Pinhead, which is probably going to be the hardest one right here. Okay, so here's the thing about him. He has way more map control than all of those. He is very strong in chase, but he also has some map control. And we're not talking about add-ons, but with the add-ons, he is fucking disgusting. Oh my God, I didn't even realize that he had the add-on that could make him take damage with his fucking hooks. But he is way... there's some situations where I feel like, bro, just delete the killer. Rework the guy. Holy moly, is irritating to play against. But I gotta be honest, and I would say low B tier. He still has map control and can still be strong in chase when he gets the hooks. We'll put him down because I kind of get your point. You can play around his power and he gets weaker, but I still feel like once you get like the hooks that just spawns after you, then you have to go for like... I literally can't sometimes do totems because of this guy. And then it kind of just ruins like the flow. But yeah, I feel like he's down here. So overall... What would you guys rate this tier list? I think this is a pretty...